All right, Southwest Florida, you're looking live. Let's keep looking on the sound as well. We're at the Quality Life Center's Sister Act 2. It's an off-Broadway play that's put on 100% by the students at the Quality Life Center. If you're joining us or watching us from anywhere in the country on social media, we're on Fox 4 here in the local Southwest Florida area, and of course this is Lee Pitts Live. But if you're joining us on social media from all around the country, and you wouldn't know all the details of the Quality Life Center, I encourage you to Google them. But it's one of the preeminent youth development organizations here in a city called Fort Myers, in the heart of a community called Dunbar, which is the largest African American community in the area. And they do such a spectacular job with the children in their after-school program, the arts, the sciences, the music, martial arts, tutorial, BPK, blah, 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 blah. I'm a former board member and a close friend of their executive director, Abdul Haq Muhammad. Right here, now that I've gotten my breath together, it's the lovely, the incomparable, the undescribable, the charismatic mother of a child. So we're not gonna call her by name. Whose mother are you?
I am Rodney Hunter, Rashawn Hunter, Ryan Hunter, and Kayla Jones' mother.
This is their mom. She has no identity. That's what she is. Now, when you name your children, of course, this is Tamara Joy Hunter, a renowned educator at Franklin Park and some other stuff. We'll get to that. But are you proud if you just identified as your kid's mom?
I love it. That is my number one goal, is to be a great mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I've worked really hard at it. And it takes practice and it takes time. And it consumes you sometimes, but you do everything you can to make sure that your children can succeed in life.
Now, you have done such a spectacular job in raising your children. I know the process of raising a child is an ongoing process.
Right.
And I know you haven't relaxed and you haven't taken it for granted. But one of the things, too, I noticed with you is that you want all children to do well. You're not just focused on your children. You seem to have this broad approach to children. How did that first come about in your life?
I think because I have a grandmother that has always instilled greatness into the community. She made us go to church almost every day. She made us go to church every day. On Sundays, we were feeding the homeless in the morning. On Saturdays, we went to the senior citizen village to play games. We were everybody's cousin. And I think that love being poured into me by her and my mom and my 12 uncles and aunts, once all of that was poured into me, I had no choice but to pour it back into others.
They're up in the Virginia area?
They're all in Virginia.
Shout them out. Just wave at them.
Hi, family.
They're looking at you on
I love
YouTube
you forever.
or Facebook or whatever. Okay, because I know whenever I interview you and we post it, get like all these hits and stuff. So I guess it's a big to-do. Before we get to today, I haven't talked to you in a minute, but I've talked to your kids over the years. You still have a son who's in college where?
At Columbia University.
Tell us how he's doing, what's the latest on him, and give his name.
He's doing an amazing job. His name is Rodney Hunter the Fourth, and he's going into senior year. It's about to be a big year for him, so check him out, check the schedule out.
Okay. Basketball.
Yes, he's doing a great job, and I'm very proud of him.
Okay, and the Rodney the Fourth come through the Quality Life Center at any time? Did it touch him as well?
He didn't. When I was at Franklin Park, I came to Franklin Park about 15 years ago, and when I got there, I knew about the Quality Life Center, and I would drive my students there when they had to stay back for after school or something. I would take them over to the Quality Life Center, but I did not want to take a spot from a student that I felt maybe they felt they were underprivileged and they needed that support. I didn't want to take that spot from them. But then Ryan came along, and I kept visiting the Quality Life Center, and then I became a parent liaison there, and I started to realize that it's not just for underprivileged children, it's for everyone. And if you can get into the queue, get in there. So Ryan was a really shy guy. He didn't really want to be front and center, and now Miss Keisha says dance, that boy will tap. She says, sing, you will sing. And he's confident in himself. So I'm proud of all that the Quality Life Center has put into him.
Ms. Keisha is the art director and all of that kind of stuff. Ms. Keisha shouting you out. Let's go back to Ryan. Tell us some demographics on Ryan. Age, what school he goes to, that kind of thing.
So Ryan Hunter is at Franklin Park Elementary School. He's in the 5th grade. He's doing an amazing job there. He's in the gifted program with a ton of his other friends at Franklin Park. He goes to the Quality Life Center for summer camp every year. He can't wait to be a Q teen. That's what he has told Dedrick. He does karate there. He dances. He likes to serve. He's just an all-around great kid.
Now,
and
how many years has
I think the key
he
for that too.
performed in these programs? I know you got another kid between him and Rodney. So I'm assuming he came to the Quality Life Centers. He got a chance to come?
No,
So
the
this
only
one is the
one
first
was
one.
Ryan.
Okay, so Ryan has, because I think I saw you here last year, so I'm assuming Ryan
Yes.
has been in these off-Broadway plays once or twice?
Right, this is his second year.
Okay.
And he has waited for, actually this is his third year. So how exciting, this is his third year.
was in
Rashawn didn't
Annie?
get a chance to go, but
Okay.
he was in Annie, yes.
Which one was in? Ryan was in Annie as
Ryan
well?
was in Annie.
And then he was in, last year was Cinderella concept.
Last year was,
Cinderella, wasn't it?
it was Cinderella,
Right,
wasn't it?
and then now we're at Sister Act, and before
Right.
that was The Lion King.
Right,
I've
so
been
he missed
covering
Lion King. I was here, but he missed the Lion King.
this. Okay, what can we expect to happen in here today, TV audience? From your experience at coming to these musical/plays, what can we expect?
You better expect the Quality of Life Center to take over your heart, your soul, that motivation to give back to your community, because that's what they're doing. They're doing everything they can to help our students to learn, to be successful, and to be a powerful impact on our community. So come out every year.
What amazes you most when you come to these plays? Now, for me, I'm more amazed by the costumes and how big time these costumes look.
I think the detail and all of the backgrounds and the talent of the students. We have students that I know did not want to sing, and then all of a sudden you hear this voice and you hear everyone saying, "Oh my goodness, I didn't even know she could sing like that."
Right.
Like Chloe last year. Chloe sung for Annie, and oh my goodness, the crowd went crazy because she was shy, but now she sings all the time. In 1 year, she goes from not singing to singing all the time. And the same thing, we have another student that's going to surprise you today that she's going to sing, and no one knew she could sing like that.
What does that do with you being an educator? I call you an educator because I think you train teachers or something like that. What do you actually do?
I'm a district teacher leader. Now they call it a peer collaborative teacher.
Okay.
But I help teachers with instructional practices and behavior modification skills to help them to be highly effective and efficient in the classroom.
Are you day-to-day in a class as well as that?
I don't have my own personal classroom, but I do interventions to work with the bottom 25% of our school population.
Okay,
To
now,
fill in those gaps.
having established you as an expert, what does it do overall for the grand education process for children to be involved in all of these extracurricular activities, specifically as it relates to Quality Life Center?
I think when students know that they're good at something, a lot of times we have to tap into all of those different areas of their lives, and once they see that they're good at maybe dancing, and they pull that out through Miss Keisha or through Miss Elizabeth with the arts, or through Mr. Muhammad with all the other leadership roles that he gives students and teachers to try to grow within themselves. I think once you feel that you're confident in something, then you're okay with trying anything, because you feel like, okay, well, I know I can't sing, but I sure can dance.
That's right.
So for me, I might not be able to do a lot of things. I probably can't play basketball, but I can teach.
There you go. Now, when you see this hot ticket right here, every year there's a ticket. When we see this hot ticket, we know that we're going to get what?
You're going to get their all. Everything that they have in them to give to you, to put on this show, it will be on the stage, and you will owe them nothing.
What's your estimation? I can't recall best estimation of the range of the age of the children who will be performing today.
I think from probably about 4 years old to 18 years old.
4 all the way down to 4.
And then the staff members usually perform too.
Yeah, they
the
come
kids
in
love
with some
that part.
little stuff right there. Yeah, it's always a packed house.
Absolutely.
We're at the Dunbar High School in Fort Myers in Dunbar, and the parents are starting to file in. The play starts at 6 o'clock. We're out here on the red carpet, get some early presentation. Let's go to some little bit more before we let Tamara Joy get away from us. Overall, what does the Quality Life Center mean to our community?
I think the Quality Life Center is a staple for pulling everyone together so that we can work together to be a powerful impact on our community, to change all the negatives into positives. And when those positives start trickling over and we start forming bonds together, working as a collective unit collaboratively, then it's going to make a difference in our community.
From what you know about the teens at the Quality Life Center and their demand for teens who are being turned away from the Quality Life Center because of space. Muhammad mentioned to me it was like over 300 have been turned away. The fact that I saw you at the groundbreaking to build a new teen center onto the existing building.
Exciting.
And of course, along that corridor,
Yes.
we'll be looking to try to get Cuba Street named the Q Street. That's
Thanks to Lee Pitts.
right. That's just my imagination taking off. But what do you think that means as well? Your child now, he'll be able to go to that teen center.
Right. So he'll get a chance to go and do the same thing that all of these teens are doing. And most of the teens that's coming out of the queue, you see them. They're going to be city councilmen, city managers, mayors, because they're used to all of the leadership roles. They get leadership roles
That's right.
and opportunities to be leaders every day, all day long at the queue.
I'm glad Tamara said get used to leadership roles. First, let me reiterate this. In the future, the Quality Life Center is going to be located on the corner of Q Street and Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Right.
Isn't that poetic justice? Dr. King
Amazing.
and the Q intersection. What would Dr. King think about the Q intersecting with his overall philosophy?
I think he would see his dream come alive.
Okay. When parents leave from here today, what do you hope they would take back from them in the audience who sees this play?
I hope you take with you the meaning of giving back to your community. I can't say it enough. I say it all the time. It takes a village. And for all of us to work together collaboratively, it's going to make a powerful impact on our community. The Q is getting our kids ready. I feel like I'm doing an amazing job with my child, but the Q is giving him so many different other areas to focus on, and he's going to go out into the world ready to lead by example. So take it from us, the Q is ready to go, and we want you to be along with us.
Now, one of the things Tamara said early on is that the Q gives the children opportunities to be leaders and they get used to being a leader. That leads me in the opportunity to say this. I rarely ever say this on television because so much has happened in my life since those days. But when I was in high school back in Birmingham at Carver High School, and I was elected president of the student body my senior year, I think that was a pivotal moment in my life in terms of getting leadership skills. And from thereafter, it was commonplace for me to feel comfortable in a leadership role. Is that a part of what you were speaking about?
Absolutely. It becomes a part of their norm.
Okay.
It's nothing new. Their confidence is already there, and so they'll do it in high school, they'll do it in college, or in their career in any form of fashion.
One of the things you've also done as a key at Franklin Park Middle School, Magnet
Elementary.
School? Right,
Franklin
elementary,
Park Elementary.
is a gentleman's welcome where you encourage men to come out on the first day of school,
Right.
to shake hands with the children as they arrive at school at 7 o'clock in the morning. You're getting us up, Tamara.
That's okay. The community's doing it.
They're doing it.
They're doing it.
Okay,
It's so exciting.
let's Sesame Street a gentleman's welcome. Whenever you hear me say Sesame Street, we're going to slow it down, okay?
Okay.
Make it simple, being the educator and all.
All right.
Let's Sesame Street. What is a gentleman's welcome?
A gentleman's welcome is when the men in our community come out. They form human tunnels on both sides of the school. Coming into parent pickup, coming from the bus ramp, every child coming into our school will be welcomed by a ton of men from the community. And it's everybody. Everybody who's anybody will be there. So the men in our community are welcoming the kids. They're encouraging them. They're giving them high fives. They're supporting them. And a lot of times those men come right back and they work with our school throughout the whole school year.
Okay, so visualize this picture. Children walking in, going through this tunnel like the Soul Train line.
That's right.
And on each side, you got adults of all walks of life showing them some love and welcoming them to the first day of school. What has been the, tell us what, when, and where for that this year?
So this year, a gentleman's welcome is at Franklin Park Elementary School at 7 a.m. You will have breakfast. You get to hang out with the kids. We have a saxophonist, Mr. Douglas McDonald will be there serenading you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now,
so
go ahead.
They'll all be there, and
What do people need to do right now? Just show up.
just show up.
Plenty of
show
parking.
Up, high five. We have the parking ready. We'll be parking in the back, so you have more than enough space in the front. And we just want you to come with your big smile and high five our children.
They should arrive at 7.
7 a.m.
Okay, so welcome the children in, then go to breakfast.
Well, you'll come in, and as soon as you come in, we'll check you in. We'll give you a lanyard that tells you all of the things we're going to do throughout the school year. And then you'll go and mingle with everyone, network a little bit for about 15 or 20 minutes. And then the students will come in, we'll line up, take pictures, and be ready to go.
The students come in at what time?
They come in at about 7:25.
Okay, so I'm working this out in my head logistically. So the public arrives, the parents and the adults arrive at 7.
You arrive at 7. We'll already be in the back room. We'll be eating breakfast.
So we go straight to breakfast?
You come straight to breakfast. You'll eat breakfast and network a little bit, get your lanyard, your name tag, and then we'll start lining up with posters of encouraging words.
All right. I got all the details in Sesame Street. Is it good enough?
7 o'clock a.m.
Okay.
August 10th, Friday. Be there.
And how can they hit you up on Facebook?
If you want to find me on Facebook, you can go to Tamara Joy Hunter or go to Franklin Park Elementary School or A Gentleman's Welcome.
All right. We'll be right back.